Alright, Destiny 2, easy to follow guide for new players. We'll hit the create new guardian button and we'll get started. First thing you have to do is pick a class. Each class has all the same weapon types, but they have different abilities. So the Titan, the armored soldier, runs straight up in your face, punch you square in the chin. Their class ability is to create a shield between you and the enemies, and your whole team can get behind the shield. Next, you got the Hunter. They're good at staying alive, going in stealth, so they can go invisible. Their class ability is for them to dodge left, right, front, back. So if you want to get in and out of a fight quick without taking damage, Hunters are great for that. For Warlocks, they use space magic. So for their class ability, they can put a pull on the ground that heals you and your teammates. So if you like using a lot of magic, throwing a lot of grenades, Warlock will be the class for you. Alright, for my class, I chose Warlock. So this is where the game puts me. On the top left, you see my map, you'll see an arrow. That's always going to point me towards my next objective. So whichever way I'm facing, you always see that arrow pointing me where I need to go. So I want that arrow to be right on top of the map. That's how I know I'm heading in the right direction. And I also have this square right here in the middle of my screen that's showing me exactly where to go. So if you follow this, you'll eventually run into a gun. So I'll go ahead and skip to that scene. All right, here we are. Got a gun now. So hold square to pick it up. We're gonna run forward with
I brought you back for a
L3.
reason, Guardian. You're a warlock. Your
And the
curiosity is
best
as dangerous
strategy
as
for
any
taking out
weapon.
any route
So
is
trust your
to
instincts.
stay where you
Find
at.
a way home.
Stay where you come from. So I got two enemies in front of me. I'm gonna stay over here where I come from. I know no one is gonna spawn behind me. I got a place to take cover. And I just slowly peek out, take them out one at a time. It's easy. Nice, easy way to stay alive. Alright. Alright, so next we'll go over enemy types. So if you keep fighting your way through, you'll eventually reach the part right here where you see a bunch of enemies shooting at you. Alright, so remember the first rule is stay where you come from. I got a nice safe spot over here where I can pick off the enemies one by one. So, easiest type of enemy you can encounter is called a red bar. It's just a regular enemy. Easy to kill, easy to take out. Pretty much any weapon can take out the red bars without much trouble. Alright, so you'll notice the enemy over here has a yellow bar. This is a major enemy, so it'll be a little bit tougher than the red bar. And if you see, he also has a white bar at the bottom of his health. That's his shield. So before you can damage his health, you gotta take that shield all the way down. And once you break his shield, you gotta stay on top of him and go ahead and get your kill because that shield will regenerate. So the best way to take out a yellow bar or a major enemy is to use stronger weapons, like a rocket launcher, shotgun. And you also have your grenades, your melee down at the bottom left. But once that yellow bar of energy at the bottom left is full, you can use your super moves, which is L1 and R1 together. So you can go ahead and use that. And that'll pretty much take out that yellow bar, that major enemy without much of a problem. Alright. Continue to follow your quest or that marker on your map and you will eventually get out here. You can see on the left it said a Guardian rises, push back the assault, combatants defeated. So that's basically telling me I need to kill as many people as I can. As many aliens, as many space monsters, whatever you want to call them. But get some kills until it gets to 100% and then you can move on to the next part. Alright, we took them down, we got 100%. Next thing you know, a chest pops up out of nowhere, it's yours, take it, you don't have to share it with anybody, that is your loot. Next thing you know, we got a new marker, so we're just gonna follow this until we reach our next destination. Alright, eventually you will reach this room, so again, stay where you come from. Take advantage of that space. Take out the enemies one by one, then proceed. And you'll be met with another cutscene. I won't make you sit through this, so we'll go ahead and skip it. You're grown. You can go and find it on your own. My job is to save you time. Next, talking
There's a
about
weapon in
gearing
that
up.
locker.
Alright, so we're
Probably
gonna
an
go
upgrade for
forward.
you.
We got a
Grab it
chest.
and head to my location.
Boom, open it. Got a new weapon. So, press options or your start button, whatever you want to call it. Then we have our menu with our weapons and our gear. On the left side, we got a kinetic weapon, energy weapon, power weapon. Got to find one of those. So if you want to switch, you just hover over the one you want to switch, go to the new one, press X, and you have it. All right. So the most important thing to know is about the power level. So notice my power level went from 1100 to 1101. This power level determines how strong you are in the game. So if they have a recommended power level of 1100, you'll be right on par. But if they have a recommended power level of 1200 and you're at 1100, you have a difficult time. So the only way you can get this number up is by increasing the power level of each individual piece you have, plus your artifact, which will appear down here later. So don't worry about learning too much at once. You just want to keep everything simple for now. So again, this number is an average of everything that you have on, plus your artifact, which will appear here. You can increase your power level by putting on stronger weapons and stronger armor. Alright, so here I am, new mission. I'm following my destination marker. Look on the left, it said my mission is to find the source. So I'm on foot right now. Later you'll be able to take a small ship to get you places a little bit faster. But make it here, take out the enemy that's in front of you.
Get me closer to that antenna.
And next you have to stand next to this and hold square to interact with it.
Stolen
So
city.
the mission is always going to tell me what I need to do on the left side.
Fallen can't resist tinkering with old
So
scrap.
now investigating the antenna. Nothing special going
Take a
on.
minute to fix.
This will take a minute to fix. So what he needs me to do is protect him while he's hacking that terminal. So
Hold them off while I work on this.
just stand around. You want to be close. You're going to stand around and protect him until that defending meter at the bottom goes to 100. So they just told me how to use my class abilities. Finally, the Warlock has a healing rift. So you see my health is going down. I can hold circle. And I got to pull on the ground. That's going to continue to bring up my health. I got to do it. And it helps me and the teammates. And a little last piece of fun advice I have for you here.
Signal restored.
If enemies with that dot over their head, you can finish them by pressing R3 on PlayStation, right stick on Xbox. I don't know how it is on PC, but I always do that for a little razzle-dazzle. Alright, follow my quest marker all the way until I reach this server and this group of enemies. I know sometimes this can confuse some new players, but the servitor in the middle can protect all the other ones. That's why you'll see it say immune when you try to shoot the small guys. So what you want to do is kill the big ones first and watch them kill you. That's okay, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so what you want to do is kill the big guy first. Then you can kill the small guys. Or wait till the small guys are away from the big guys. The shield isn't up. Once you get them down, you can go and interact with this, and then you have to repeat the same process 2 more times. On the second time, I killed the servitor, and he dropped this behind, so I have to go and pick it up. Then I can take it to whatever this is. Now I can interact. You gotta do it 1 more time. You have access to sparrows. Hold square. You can operate it with the left stick. You can move your camera and change the aim reticle with the right stick. You can shoot with the right trigger. You can also boost with the left trigger. So again, follow your destination marker. Alright, as you follow the quest, you will eventually make it here. So clear the room out and be careful of the cursed thrall, because once you kill them, they do explode. So you don't want to be too close to them. Again, best method, stay where you come from. Take out the enemies one by one. Then as you follow the quest marker, you will eventually run into Maeve.
Darkness is
They hit you with a
suffocating
little
my life.
cutscene.
Guardian, I
Once
can't
you
bring you
finish,
back if
all
you
you
die
gotta do
here.
is clear out this area. Same thing, you got your super move that you can use at the bottom left. You see I have my melee move. Once I use it, it's all one. You see it depletes, and it takes time to recharge. Same with my grenade. I throw that with L1, it depletes, takes time to recharge. You also see the last one is my class ability. Depletes, time to recharge, and I can use my super, which I almost killed. Alright. Travel in the game didn't really tell me what I need to do. So one option I have is that I can hold the touchpad, go to destinations, and usually a quest might appear up here at the top left. So if that doesn't work, you can also come over here to quest. And the quest we have a Guardian Rises. So I'm gonna tap X so I can track that and find where it is a little bit easier. Reopen my map, and since it's being tracked, it is right here in front of me. So all we're gonna do, take a step down, talk to him, and this should start our next quest.
Even the light has limits. Sometimes you don't come back.
I'll see you after this long conversation.
That hive.
Okay, so we finished this long conversation. Now we have he allowed us to pick up a weapon from him, and now we have a menu where we can pick up bounties. So most characters that you run into will have a couple of bounties to give you, and when you complete these bounties, they give you mostly XP, which is gonna increase your season pass and your artifact. So anytime you see bounties, go ahead and pick them up. And the last one, you'll notice that they cost a little bit more. So the glimmer is the currency in this game. You see the other ones cost 250, 250, 250. The last one usually costs 3,000. So unless you just roll in the glimmer, go ahead and avoid that one. And you can see the first two. You see the red part, it requires progress in the Guardian Riser. So I have to continue my quest before I can get these two. And the one down here, since this is a free account, it requires Destiny 2 Beyond Light. So once I'm a paid player, I have access to this one, which will give me an exotic weapon. And once you finish picking up the bounties from him, just continue on with your quest as usual. So the game now wants to teach us how to track quests, even though we've already tracked one, but we have to do what they say. So at the top it says hold the touchpad and open the destination map. Tap L1 till you get the quest, hover over Guardian Rises, and press X to track it. But it was already tracked, so I'm going to press X again to get it tracked again. But you can also track your bounties over here on the right side. Get kinetic weapon kills, get super kills. Sometimes it's hard to remember everything that's over here, but you can track only up to 3 quests, and you can always see which quest you're tracking by just tapping the touchpad while you're in game. So if you look over there on the right side, it says a Guardian Rises, defeat Fallen, blah, 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 and it's telling me everything I need to do. So from here on, I'll let you go ahead and follow the quest. You should know enough to make it through without too many problems, but remember to always ask questions, continue to Google questions, because you're gonna learn most of this stuff through experience. Everything I taught you today is pretty much the tip of the iceberg. So just know everything I said goes a lot deeper. So just to recap, at the bottom left, we got our grenade, we got our melee, we have our class energy. We can use our super move by pressing R2 and L1 and L2, excuse me, L1 and R1 at the same time. And then we have our gear score. So remember, you always, as a new player, you want to get this as high as you can by continuing to switch to higher item levels. And most importantly, have fun. Peace. On weapons and classes one more time. So again, we have weapons on the left side. Once you hover over the weapon, they'll tell you the item level. If you look to the right of that, you'll see the ammo type. We have primary ammo on this one. You have special ammo on this one. The top weapon doesn't always have to have primary, and the second one doesn't always have to have special. So once you get your 3 weapons, make sure you have 1 primary, 1 special, and for the power weapon, it's always going to be heavy. It's going to be purple. So again, this one can be the primary, this can be the special. That's going to always be purple. Primary is good for red bar enemies. The special is good for yellow bar enemies. Up here we have our class. You can switch between 4 classes. You'll unlock another one later. But right now you can switch between 4. And once you press triangle, you can go in and actually change that class up a little bit. So you can change the type of grenade that you throw. You can change what your healing ability does, and also can change how you jump. So as a new player, just go through and read these. Once you click on one of these squares, they all come together. It's a bundle deal. So you click on one and that's your class. If you look online, the slang is bottom tree, middle tree, top tree. So if someone says I'm a warlock, void walker, bottom tree, this is what they're talking about. These 4 moves right here. All right, that should be everything you need to know. Quest led me to a lost sector. I went in, I killed everything, I beat it, I got this chest, I opened it, and I unlocked my power weapon. So to get to my power weapon, all I need to do is hold triangle. Now normally to switch weapons, you just tap it, but I want to get to power weapon, you hold it. And now I got a rocket launcher. Big damage, good for killing bosses, good for killing yellow bars. The purple on the ground, those are power weapons. Now, that's power weapon ammo. So now the game is trying to tell me how to turn in my bounties. What I need to do is hold the touchpad, tap L1 till you get the quest, and I can turn in these bounties that I completed just by playing the game. I didn't really focus on them. I just got the kills that I needed. So, Guardian rises, find Shaw back at his camp. Remember, we can always go to the map and fast travel. So once we get back to Shaw, we'll talk to him, and I'll check in after that. Okay, so we talked to Shaw again, and he gave us a weapon with a purple background. So we're gonna hit our options button. We look up here, new weapon we have has a purple background. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that. And the difference between purple and blue is that purple has 2 perks attached, which you can see are, when I tap triangle, overflow and explosive payload. On the blue, they only have 1, which is hip fire grip. And green, they don't have any good perks. It's just showing me what type of, whatever the fuck this is. Talk to Shaw again. He gave us a weapon with a purple background, and we'll tap options so we can go over the difference. The weakest piece of weapon and armor, they have gray backgrounds. So if you want to improve in quality from there, you're going to step up to green backgrounds. Next, you'll have blue, then you'll have purple. After purple, you'll have gold, which is an exotic. So the only difference is you want purple pretty much in every slot that you have available, but the exotics are so special that you can have only 1 exotic on each side. So 1 exotic weapon and 1 exotic piece of armor. Okay, so I followed my quest. I ended up here, Guardian Rises. All I have to do to start the quest is to get over here and tap on with hold square. All right, so I went ahead and skipped through that quest. I want you to be able to figure it out without me. So now that we finished, they're telling us to fast travel again, holding the touchpad, and we're going back to our original location at the steps. We got to talk to Han again. So I'll check in with you after that. We went to talk to Shaw, but he wasn't there, but he left us a sparrow. So to access it, touch the touchpad, press square. Now we can move with a little bit of speed, we can move in style. So L2 to speed up. Other than that, You can just cruise on by. I see you up when we make it to the destination. The mission and the new objective is to travel to the tower. So we're gonna hold on to the touchpad. Press R1 till we get to destinations, and we're gonna go straight to the middle, and we're gonna hit launch. And I see you there. The tower. This is pretty much your hub for everything in Destiny 2. You're gonna be here a lot, so get used to it. It's the place where we pick up bounties. We can get a few new weapons. We have our vault here, have the mailbox here, the store, so you can buy cosmetics. But continue on with your quest, continue asking questions, and again, welcome to Destiny.